I heard y'all was looking for me. Here I go. Here I go. Okay. Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So y'all check out my sweatshirt. It says support, and on the sleeve it has a breast cancer ribbon. It's breast cancer awareness month this month. So woo, make sure y'all wearing y'all pink and y'all are supporting. I got this from Dreamers. I will tag it down in the description box below. I don't know if they still have them or not, but really cute. I love it. Okay, so I do have me some Outback here, y'all, that I'm going to be eating and telling y'all where I've been, actually. And this may be a little emotional or whatever, so if y'all could just bear with me. And what I got, I have some steak, and I wanted it medium well, y'all. They left my steak on the grill a little too long, didn't they? And they have some mixed vegetables, which is broccoli, carrots, and squash, a baked potato, and some bread, and that's my toppings for my baked potato. And these vegetables salty, like W-O-W. Why they make them so salty? And y'all, before I get too into this meal, let me take off my hoodie because I don't want to mess it up. Ooh, what was that? Oh no, the back to my earring fell. Y'all, don't let me forget that it's down there for my second hole. My earring came off. But y'all, what has been going on? I've been MIA. I know. And honestly, I wasn't coming back. Oh, that's the butter. Child, please. It's all crumbled up. Y'all, I wish y'all could see this. Can y'all see that? Like how crumbled it is. Like, please. Anyways, next. But yeah, y'all, I wasn't gonna come back. I had pretty much given up on YouTube. And why, y'all might be wondering, why would you give up? Da, 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 da. Or maybe y'all don't. But I'm kind of disappointed in this meal from Outback. I ain't gonna hold you. My potato overcooked, vegetables salty, but what else? Okay, so y'all, I kinda, well, not kinda, I got depressed. Hella depressed. Was in my head a lot, like, I can't do this. Maybe I'm too old. People don't really support like that. Maybe I don't have what it takes. On top of some other stuff. So YouTube is not what what sparked my depression. So when did this start? I feel like it was July, like in July. And I've posted videos since then, but I just continued to get in my head. So it was like in July. So let me tell y'all what happened. So when I first moved to Charlotte, but I live in Charlotte for those of you who don't know. And I've been living here, I think, almost 10 years now. And when I first moved down here, it was kind of cool. I went through a patch where I struggled financially, like really, really bad. And my depression was horrible, like very, very bad, very bad, to the point where honestly I didn't want to continue no more. If I can just be for real, like I didn't want to live no more or whatever. And I went through a time period where I struggled financially. I lived here on my own, and an apartment that I lived in almost 7 years ago filed eviction. Never got evicted, but they filed it or whatever, right? And at that time point, I lived with a homegirl. I used to say I was homeless, because pretty much I was. I lived with a homegirl, and I really wasn't supposed to be living there, but she let me live there. And I lived there, and I was just very unhappy because I was very uncomfortable or whatever. And sad, because what had happened was I had a homegirl who I worked with, and we had kind of got like kind of close, and she was like, let's get an apartment together. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool, like let's do it, like hell yeah. I don't really have like the income, so 2 people that'll help me out, like yes, let's get an apartment together or whatever. So I had turned in my notice on my apartment to move out, only for her to flake. And as I told y'all before, I was struggling financially, so my credit, I had messed up my credit, couldn't get approved nowhere, and I really didn't have nowhere to go. So it was gonna be like I was about to move back home, and I'm from Greensboro, so it was gonna be like I was gonna have to move back home and potentially commute, which I didn't think my job paid that much to be commuting. So yeah. So anyway, I stayed with my homegirl, and that was that. Then I had a homegirl who reached out to me and said that her best friend was struggling financially too, and if I would be okay with getting an apartment with her. She had a dog, was I okay with that? I'm like, you know what, at this point, yeah, I just want my own shit. Like, so yeah, I'm cool with it or whatever, right? So moved in with her, stayed with her, I think for like 3 years. The perfect roommate situation ever. Moved out on my own. Credit got fixed when I turned 30. By somebody I used to talk to, they helped pay the stuff off my credit, so my credit got fixed. Got a better paying job. So I was up, you know? So then this July, over the summer, my mom decided that she wanted to move to Charlotte, and she was like, do you want to be roommates? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Found an apartment that we really like, applied for it, and we got denied. We got denied because of me. Please tell me why that eviction that was filed, I never got evicted, showed up under some type of court, something, because they had filed it, never got evicted. So when we got denied, y'all, that sent me on a spiral downward. And the reason why it sent me on a spiral downward is because it brought me back to my headspace where I was at when I really didn't have nowhere to go, like 7 years ago when I left that apartment. And it brought up so many emotions to where I'm like, oh my God, like here we go again. I got the apartment that I was in prior to this one with no problem, no issues, moved in, paid my money, been living there 3 years, was never late, never paid late or whatever. So to have this, it was like a blow. And I felt bad because I'm like, my mom want to move here and I'm getting denied for apartments. So what are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? So I had, like that day I had really bad anxiety. Really, really bad. Was having like I felt like I was having a panic attack, and my chest was like tight and all that stuff, because I was just like, what the world? All those feelings came back up. I'm like, now that I have a better paying job, I done fixed my credit, and I'm still running into issues like this, was horrible. So that day I cried. A guy I was talking to, I was tweeting, guy I was talking to called, made me feel better for the moment, but unfortunately I got in my head. So I was just thinking about that like over and over and over again. Then somebody very close to me got some news about their health. That was really a surprise. So that didn't help. So thinking about them, thinking about this move, how, what am I gonna do? Because I had already turned in my notice for that apartment. So I'm like, what am I going to do? And am I about to be homeless again? The price of living in Charlotte is ridiculous. And honestly, I had given up on YouTube. And I really didn't want to get emotional, y'all. But I really got some dope ass friends or whatever for the most part. But so yeah, I had really given up, hadn't really told nobody, and I felt kind of bad because my dad had got me this computer. And sorry y'all, but my dad had got me the computer and everything, so I had family and people who believed in me, but unfortunately I was just in my head too much where I was just like, I don't care, like I can't do it. Because the support, I mean, I got some dope ass friends and stuff like that, but if y'all have ever started anything, you know that people really do not support you like that. Like family, no. Friends, nah. Like you got some people who, if it's not them, they don't really support. Like I can count on probably my hands, like how many times a friend has reposted, if I posted a video and things of that nature and stuff like that. And that type of stuff bothered me because I'm the type of friend where it don't matter what you're doing, what you in, I support you, I hype you up, and I'm there for you like nonstop. Like I'm just that type of person. And so it really sucks when you support and then the ones that you support don't really support you in the end. So yeah, so I had really given up, hadn't really told people that I wasn't gonna do it no more, and that I just felt like it wasn't for me or whatever. And I had got a post, I mean, one of my friends had posted on their Facebook page. Sorry that I'm all over the place, but pretty much we did move. It was like at the very last minute because I had kind of like got discouraged. I know my mom had called me and she was like, you kind of got down, haven't you? And I was like, yeah, I have, unfortunately. And when I get like depressed, I really get like depressed. Like people probably can't really tell, but I didn't really want to be around nobody. I really wasn't searching for an apartment, and it came down to like, I needed to be out of my apartment by like the 29th, and I wanted to move the weekend of like the 24th, 25th of last month. We applied for this apartment that we're in now, like that Wednesday before, and found out we got the apartment that Tuesday before, I think, and found out that we got the apartment like that Thursday or something like that. It was very last minute because I had just like kind of gave up, and I was like, I don't know what I'm about to do. I feel like I'm about to be homeless again, unfortunately. And yeah, and me and my mom was on the phone, and it was just like, we was on the phone, and she wasn't really having a good day. I wasn't really having a good day. I was over because I'm like, it's at the end and I don't know what I'm about to do. And yeah, I don't know. So we was on the phone, and she was like, well, since we having a bad day, let's get off the phone, let's pray, and let's come back, and I'll call you back in 15 minutes. So prior to that, I had like started crying because I'm like, yeah, I don't know what I'm about to do. So she called me and she was like, God said apply. And she had a little moment where she was crying. I had already cried earlier, but she had her moment where she was crying a little bit. And she was like, God just said apply, so apply. I was still kind of scared or whatever. But like I said, we applied and we got in. I get on Facebook like the 15th, but it was like really late at night. And I'm gonna insert the clip so y'all can see it. But I get on Facebook, and my homeboy, well, I call him my pop, had wrote a Facebook message. Now, meanwhile, I didn't tell nobody that I was giving up on YouTube. The only person that I did kind of tell was my homegirl, but I kind of told her that I wasn't, but I really was. But I get on Facebook and he writes, "I'm so extremely late, but so happy for this girl right here. I'm rooting for you and continue to chase your dreams and let your light shine in your craft and talent. I know you are going to continue to create some great work and content." And the part that, like, when I read this, I really got choked up because he didn't even know what I was going through, hadn't really told nobody. He didn't know I had given up on the YouTube dream. So when I saw this, I'm like, yo, God works in mysterious ways, because if it wasn't for this post, I really probably would not be sitting right here. Sorry, y'all. To continue doing this, because I had already made up in my mind, maybe this is not for me. But this post lit a spark in me. And I was like, it's people like this that I can't give up on my dream, because I got people like this that's looking out, that want to see the best in me. So I was like, you know what? I gotta get out of my head and I gotta get this YouTube stuff popping. Like, I gotta do it. So I was still kind of like doubting myself. Like, I really don't know if I want to do this. Not really believing in myself. Like, man, I don't really have what it takes. But this week I got another message from somebody that I didn't even know that was supporting me at all. And this is somebody that I went to college with. And like I said, didn't even know that they supported me like that. So they DM'd me on Instagram and was like, "Hey, you haven't posted to YouTube in a month. What you doing? Question mark. You quitting? Question mark." So I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that he watched or whatever, you know? So then I was like, oh, you watch. I've been hella depressed, honestly, and have considered quitting, but I'm not. Just trying to get my mind right and get this self-doubt out of my head. November, I should definitely be back. Thanks for your support. And he wrote, "You're welcome. And yes, I do watch. Why would you doubt you? Wish you could see yourself how I see you, and you'd never doubt yourself again." Sorry, y'all. Stay strong and get popping so I can tell people I know you one day. Y'all, that was the sweetest. When he said, "I wish you could see you how I see you," I'm just like, wow. I really got to stop sleeping on myself. I really got to stop doubting myself. Be consistent and do what I have to do, because that blew me. Like, yeah, that blew me. And so I just responded, was like, "You gonna make me cry. Thank you so much. I swear, because of people like this, like, I cannot quit." And I can't. Like, I thank you to those that have reached out, that have tagged me, like, where you been at, things of that nature. Because listen, y'all do not understand, like, how it was over. Like, I really wasn't doing this no more. When Darren posted it, shout out to Teeman too, saying she agreed. Thank you, sis. 111. Thank you to Capria. She commented and was like, "You got this." So I appreciate you so much. Thanks to y'all, because let me tell you something. Between Darren and I don't really want to put the other person's name out there because, yeah, I just don't. But you know who you are. But thank y'all so much. Because of y'all, I'm back. And also to my dad and my uncle, because I had broke down to them and told them how I've been like in a dark space, haven't really been wanting to record, and had pretty much given up on YouTube. And they like, no, don't give up. And my dad was like, record and let out your feelings because maybe it'll make you feel better. So yeah, that's where I've been, y'all. So this is to let y'all know that I am back. I'm going to be more consistent. I'm going to get out of my head because I just gotta stop doing that. So y'all, I'm back. Yeah.